Hi, Dave Jones here again. We're going to look at a song today. It's a sort of intermediate-y type song. It's got a bar chord in it, and it's got some picking in it, and it's got a little guitar solo in it as well, which is achievable for the sort of novice to intermediate player. It's called Wake Me Up When September Ends. It's by a band called Green Day. And what I'll do is I'll just briefly, in case you haven't seen any other videos, I'll just briefly show you a little bit of thing that goes on with the tab for it, just so you understand it, and then we'll get on with the lesson. Okay, so this is the PDF that I'm working off that I've written up on the website. You can just print it off. We've got an intro section there with a repeat, so that means you play to the end of that line and then you repeat the same line again. And then when you're into the verse section, let's just get this in shot a bit, you've got another repeat sign there, where my finger is, and you play through to the next repeat sign, then you go back to the beginning of the verse, play through again. But on the second time you repeat, you miss this first time ending out here, and you play this second time ending instead. So you miss this bar, second time you repeat it, and you go into the other one. And there's some of these first and second time endings on the other sheet that goes in with the verse, with the chorus and solo. So be aware of that when you're playing along with it. Okay, so here's the intro section. And you repeat that section twice. Okay, so I'll play you through the verse section. I won't do the first and second time ending. I'll finish it the first time ending, then I'll show you the second time ending, just so I've got time for doing the close up of the song. Here we go then. Okay, so the second time ending, you repeat the verse again, and then on the second time you do this. It's just using the F sharp note there to walk into the chorus section. Okay, so in the chorus section we've got the chords E minor, B minor, C, G, 5, G over F sharp, and a D. Again, we've got second time ending, so it's probably better if you print off the tab for this one. It's quite a long 2-page song. We can get it onto one. So what we'll do is I've notated the strumming as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There's 2 guitars in this part. I think one does the picking, one does some picking in it, and one does some strumming. So this is the basic outline of the song, the chorus. So I thought I'd put it in with some strumming. So we've got E minor, 1, 2, 3, and 4, B minor, 3, 4, C, G, G over F sharp, E minor, B minor, C, and the second time ending, missed that, is D, and then we'll be back into the picking bit for the verse section as well. So that would be the chorus section of the song. Okay, I'll play you through the solo and then we'll do the close-up. But again, the solo's got a first and second time ending and a repeat, and then first and second time ending. Is what I meant to say. But that's why it's really useful to get used to the idea of how you read tabs and chord charts and how they're written out properly. So here we go with the solo, and then we'll go to the close-up. Okay, so here we are with the close-up. I won't bother with close-up the intro because the intro is just the first bar of the verse section repeated. So what I'm doing there is I'm holding my finger down on the B string at the 3rd fret. I know you can't get the nut in there, but there's the nut. So we're on fret 3 and fret 5 on the D string with my 3rd finger, and the G string is rung open, and I'm just ringing. So I'm ringing. String-wise, D, G, B, D, G, B. And then the second bar, I'm using my second finger because it's already there on the 4th fret of the D string. The rest of the notes remain the same picking, D, G, B, D, G, B. Then when I move to the next bar, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, because you have to move your hand. Although you want the 3rd fret of the B string, you have to move your hand because you're not going to be able to get the 2nd fret of the D. So what I would do there is move back, leaving this finger touching the string. It gives you a guide, and then add your 3rd finger there, and then there's exactly the same picking pattern. D, G, B twice. Then take this finger off, open D string, same picking pattern. Then we move to a C bar chord using an A shape. There is a lesson up on bar chords on the website. And now we're going to pick the strings. We're going to go A, D, B, G, D, B, G. And then we're going to change to a C minor chord using an A-shaped bar chord. Just get it in shot there and pick its strings in the same order. So we're going to go A, D, B, G, D, B, G. And then we're going to go to finger 2 on there, finger 3 there. So 2 on the thick E string at the 3rd fret, 3 on the B string at the 3rd fret as well. And we're going to go string wise. We're going to pick E, D, B, G, D, B, G, and then we're going to do exactly the same thing again for the first time ending, to just repeat that bar. And for the second time ending, we're going to start with this chord for half a bar. String wise, we're going to pick the G note, but the E string, the D string, the B string, and the G string. And then what we're going to do is move our first finger to the 2nd fret, just get that in shot again, sorry, to the 2nd fret of the thick E string and play the same strings. So we're going to go E, D, B, G. And that's the intro section of the song. I won't bother doing a close-up of the chords because if you're attempting this song, you really should know those chords by now, and they're up on the site. I'll just show you a quick close-up of the solo. Okay, so in the solo section, what I would suggest you do is start with fingers 1 and 2 on the 12th fret of the G and B strings respectively, and then hopefully, like I say, you probably need the tab for this one, but we're picking, we've got a picking pattern that remains the same for the next 3 bars, and you can get away with just sliding the shape around. We've got, we're going to go G, G, B, G, G, B, G, B. That's the picking order. It goes. And then on the next note, keeping the you've got 2 fingers at the 12th fret there. Slide 1 back to the 11th fret, finger 1, and keep the same pattern. And then without changing your fingering, slide both fingers up 1 fret each. So you're now at 12 and 13 respectively on the G and B strings. Same pattern. And then we play 4 times at 12 on the G, 1 and 2 and then we move back to 11 on the G, 3 and 4 and. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that whole phrase is. And then what you do is, like I say, first and second time ending, is you repeat the whole thing again. Except you repeat the first 3 bars again, and then you jump to the second time ending, and that's just a repeat really of the idea that's played on the first time ending, but you just double it up, and so it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you do it again. So it's 12 8 times, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 11 8 times, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you just do that twice. Okay, so I hope you got all that. I won't do a close-up of the chorus section with the strumming of the chords. I don't think it's really necessary. Like if you're attempting the picking around the bar chords in the verse section, then you should be okay with the strumming of the chords by this stage, because it's a sort of an intermediate song. It's not a beginner song really. So I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you again sometime.